Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. Today I wanted to bring you some Azir Irelia. So the deck is kind of making waves again. You can see it out there in the meta every now and then. And I'm a big fan of this deck. This deck is one of my favorite decks of LOR history. I know a lot of you guys don't like it. Sorry about that. I just love it. I have Mastery level 5 on both Azir and Irelia because of how much I played this deck last year. So, and I would say it's one of the decks that kind of made me a content creator because that's how people got to know me from me reaching top 4 seasonal using Azir Irelia. Anyways, this version of the deck hasn't changed much from what you saw a year ago, right? So 1 Vital Calling, 3 Doom Keepers. We only play 1 Shape Stone because we're playing 3 Twin Disciplines. You have your 3 Experienced Students, 3 Treasure Seeker, Dayas, 2 Duos, 2 Lead and Follows because of the nerf to Lead and Follow. It's not worth it to play 3. 1 Nuplified just to deal with like any Get Excited, any Mystic Shot, random stuff like that. Obviously, you have your 3 Riven Dancer and your 3 Blossoming Blades, which are kind of the key of the Azir Irelia deck. 3 Azir, 3 Irelia, kind of like some power your engines. 3 Dayas, obviously, is a big engine as well. Usually, you want to have even Dayas or Azir on your field. 3 Defiant Dance stops a lot of the opponent's stuff, right? So you can recall one of their big units and then get in with the Blade Dance as well as the Sand Solar. So you have Azir or Dayas on the field, which is so important because you're removing a blocker with this. 2 Field Musicians to keep your mana, your hand healthy size, because we don't really have a lot of joy in this deck, aside from this and the Vital Calling. And then lastly, just 1 Homecoming to kind of get you out of some emergency situations, since you can just target your own Dayas with it. You don't have to necessarily target one of your own units. So the deck is a classic. Again, hasn't changed a lot from when you saw it a year ago, but it's still doing a lot of splash out there in the meta. And it can still destroy a lot of the control decks, especially stuff like Field the Rush, right? So that's what people really don't like about it, just how one-sided it can be some of the matches, and how one-sided the opposite way can be. Like a lot of times, if you go against like an aggro deck that can just rush you down much faster and you can stabilize. If you guys are not familiar with this deck by any chance, just take a look at the games coming up soon. Really, the whole idea is that you're just completely running over your opponent by killing them with the blades and the Sand Soldiers that you summon from Dayas or Azir. Because every time that you summon a Blade Dance, you're also triggering the Azir or the Dayas Sand Soldier as well. So you're gonna see what I mean. It's really easy deck to pick up and learn because it's really simple, right? You just drop down your units and attack. But it's a really fun deck, especially when it can just completely take over the game like this, like really quick. And you'll see some of the games where we just completely destroy opponents. But anyways, hope you enjoy the games coming out soon. And remember, if you like the content, to like the video below. It will help us out a lot. And also subscribe to us. We're almost there to our 1,000 subscriber goal. Really appreciate all the support, and I'll see you all at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Viktor Akshan. I haven't seen this one in a while, and this is kind of like the Feint deck, right? It's not a bad hand. I like the Defiant Dance a lot. You can recall the Viktor, right? I think I want to see a Seer, right? Okay, a little unfortunate, not a Seer. So you have the Treasure Seeker, so we can block this here. The problem is that we don't really have a way to stop their ambush combo, which becomes really annoying. I think it's okay to go like this. I think we just block. Don't take that damage for no reason. Let's do the Green Duo and just push damage this way. We can set up the Dayas next turn together with the Treasure Seeker instead. Cool. Yeah, so this way we can at least push 2 damage right off the bat. Now, like I said, this turn we can set up the Emperor Dayas, and now instead of doing the Treasure Seeker, we can do the Experienced Student. We will take that 3 damage right here, though, which is a little bit annoying. But I guess it's okay. We'll do Treasure Seeker next turn, and then maybe do one of the Walking Sands, so that we can percent even more damage. Now, let's see what you got here. You could have a way to remove the Gringo Duo. Ooh, Payday. I'm surprised you decided to spend your 2 mana this way. You could technically get Challenger, by the way. And there it is. They always do, huh? So his opponent got the Challenger. The problem is that now his Station Archivist is at 1 HP, which means that it's not a good blocker into most of the other stuff that we have. Like, it's not going to be a good blocker into the into the Sand Soldiers. We'll do it this way. We'll attack with the 5 and this. If he wants to take that damage, that's okay with me. He also gets Challenger there, by the way. Yeah, I think we go like this. We keep this back. Not like he's gonna matter, because obviously he got Challenger. But he cannot block this one or this one without losing his units. Otherwise, he takes 6 damage. Okay, he's gonna just take 4. We might have to Emperor Dias this right off the bat, especially if the opponent summons any type of mana. What he should be careful of, though, is that I cannot just buff this up, right? So that it doesn't die to the Viktor. So he needs to be careful of me not being able to just buff this up. Wow. So we just bounce this back, right? I don't want to do this, though, until we have the Emperor Dias in the field. Quick attack? That's kind of annoying. Alright. We definitely bounce it up now. I hate doing this now. But I think this is fine. It's going to slow him down a lot. He gets rid of the Challenger and Quick Attack combo, which means that he's not going to be able to get rid of our units, right? So I would have preferred to do this when we have a second Emperor Dias in the field. But the fact that he got both Quick Attack and Challenger means that he can get rid of our units for free. And we cannot let that happen. Yeah. Go ahead. That's fine. You're going to do this so you have no blockers. I understand. You're going to have no choice but to do that. Unfortunately for you, I think it's better to just open attack for us here. That way you don't get a good trade on any of our units. So the opponent has no good trade on any of our units. Next turn we can set up a Blossoming Blade and potentially win the game. We can even set it up. I mean, we can even throw it out right now, to be honest. But I think I want to throw it out when I have also mana for Twin as a backup. Or we can just do the Twin right here. Do I do the Twin right here, actually? Kind of like it. I like the Twin right here. I think this Sparring Student is putting so much pressure on him because we have double Emperor Dias that he has no choice but to commit to try to kill him. It still puts the opponent at 4 HP, making them prime target for the Blossoming Blade next turn. Now let's see, does he get Challenger again or some random BS like that? If he gets Challenger again, then obviously I get punished for this. Okay, Fury, that's not bad. It's kind of annoying, to be honest, with the blades, but it's not horrible, right? Oh, that's a great hand. So we start with the Blossoming Blade, because the Blossoming Blade is going to present lethal and force the opponent to have to commit a card, right? So Blossoming Blade here is going to be lethal. As well as also putting the Sparring Student at a range of the Viktor. So this is lethal because these guys are each doing 2. And now he cannot kill the Sparring Student without just dying. Yep, there you go. He has to commit like a Mystic Share or Get Excited right here. And if he does, we also have the Riven Dancer as a backup to push more damage this way too. And now, well, I guess he can still kill the Blossoming Blade because he has the Fury. So he's thinking about it. He's like, okay, I have to commit Mystic or Get Excited. He already committed one Get Excited. So he has to commit the second Get Excited or the first Mystic. Then we do the Riven Dancer. By the way, if he does that, he's still going to be at 2 HP. Then we do the Riven Dancer and still summon 2 Sand Soldiers. Maybe the Riven Dancer is not good unless the opponent summons... Like, if the opponent doesn't summon another unit, we'll do it. But if he summons another unit, then that means that I'll have a blocker, right? Quicksand. Okay. Alright. That's a good Quicksand value for him. I respect it. If he doesn't have another blocker right here, though, I think we definitely go ahead with the Riven Dancer. Okay. He got his second blocker.
More exciting than an unsolved mystery.
Which means that we probably don't want to do the Riven Dancer, right? It's gonna just kill this one right here. Or maybe we do. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. That way we can open attack. This is gonna put him at 2 HP, and then we can just open attack with everything, right? This puts him at two attack. Now we can open attack with everything before he's able to do like a Walking Sands. We know he has a spell right here. Ooh, Mystic, okay. So we know he's gonna have a Mystic shot at some point. Wow. Wow, is the open actually correct now? Now that we do the field musicians, is the open actually correct? So this is my thought. We know he's gonna have a Mystic. If we do the field musicians, we can potentially join to another answer. The field musicians herself is also another attacker. Even if he's able to summon the walking sands as a blocker, I think that's fine. Because this is gonna give us so much value from the draw that he's gonna have. We know he's gonna get a Mystic shot here sooner or later. But if he gets it, he has to do it right now. Doesn't get the Mystic shot. That's fine. I guess we're never attacking with the few musicians though, right? He needs to still have the Mystic shot in his hand. No, we always attack with the few musicians. Do we actually? I'm gonna attack with the field musicians. Perfect. Shapestone means that attacking with the field musician was actually correct. Because now the Shapestone can go ahead and present the lethal, right? Even if the opponent has Quicksand, I guess Quicksand still kills us. Yeah, Quicksand will still kill us by reducing both of these units down. Actually, it will not kill us because if he does Quicksand, he has to do it on both of these units, right? Which means that he's only putting this down to -1, and this will bring it back up to 1, with and the sense of their ability will hit, getting us the lethal. So it is good that we attacked with the field musicians. Now, he hasn't played the Mystic shot, which can only tell me that he actually did enjoy it, even though he discarded with the Sanded Urchin. Get excited. So then we do this, and now we win. He needs to have a Quicksand. So he needs to have exactly Quicksand. Ooh, I think it was correct to develop the musicians. He discarded the ambush, by the way, so... Because if we didn't discard the field musicians, we would have been in... If we didn't play the field musicians, we would have never joined to the Shapestone, and we would have lost to, like, Get Excited, right? So yeah, that ended up working out. GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against... It's gonna be... Ooh... I'm sorry, opponent. Feel the Rush. Historically, pretty bad matchup for the opponent. I don't like the Sparing Student, though. I think the Azir is fine. I think we won, actually, we won like our... Okay, Irelia's not bad, especially because we had Twin to support her. Yeah, there we go. We won like our Blossoming Blade and our Riven Dancer instead. It's kind of awkward that we don't have a great hand, though. Yeah, okay, so this is the version that's just trying to ramp up. So this version of the deck is just trying to ramp up as quick as possible. And then go into She Who Wonders and go from there. She Who Wonders could actually be very detrimental to us, so that would be very annoying. The fact that he spends this now, before we even do any damage, is not bad for us. But again, that's exactly what the opponent wants, right? You save this for later. I think it's okay to attack first. I think it's okay to attack first because the opponent probably has a bots that they're waiting to use. The question is, do we actually kill this? And force like a Biofist out? I don't think we do. So let's say that the opponent has a bots, right? He probably wants to be able to kill Irelia. What if we just pass? What if we actually pass here? Okay, I'm gonna do it. If he has the bots or a whale, we can twin to save Irelia. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work out. We have a second Irelia in our hand that we can use for later anyways. The problem here is going to be Ravine or Avalanche, right? It's still going to kill the Irelia. That's why I want to make sure that we keep at least one Irelia alive right now. So that if the opponent does have the Avalanche or the Ravine, we're not losing our second Irelia just yet. I do like the idea of the few musicians, but it might be too greedy. If he does have Ravine, I'm okay with that, right? We could also just Riven Dancer instead. But I think this is better. I think we can save this for later on. We have Vengeance to just kill these girls. Tavern Keeper, that's a good blocker. He's gonna have enough. No, he doesn't have enough. I was gonna say he's gonna have enough mana for Feel the Rush, but he actually does. No, he does. He does have enough mana for Feel the Rush. That's unfortunate, because he can do Feel the Rush right here. But if he does Feel the Rush, I mean, he's just gonna just lose to our aggro, no? Because Azir's about to level up right here. The Feel the Rush is annoying, but it's not like game winning for him. He could be waiting for like a big Avalanche. Sorry, for a big Ruination instead. He could be waiting for a big Ruination. But if he does Ruination, he's losing both of his ramp, right? And we still have two champions in our hand. So I think I'm okay doing the Blossoming Blade right here. It levels up the Azir. And still gives us access to have the lead and follow, right? And then Irelia levels up in the next attack as well. So he's losing one ramp right here. Like, I know the opponent has removal. It's just a matter of where, like, when he's planning to use it. Again, he could just Feel the Rush right here too. Ooh. So then we just what? We just lead and follow on the Irelia. Do we have to actually? I don't hate it. I don't think it's bad actually. I think it's good. We could also do it in the Blossoming Blade instead and keep the Irelia. Because we have a second Irelia in our hand. Ah. He's gonna have So here's my problem. He's gonna have She Who Wonders next turn, right? He's gonna have She Who Wonders next turn. Meaning that we're gonna lose everything. He's gonna have She Who Wonders next turn, meaning that we're gonna lose everything anyways. What we can try to do is just push as much damage as possible. I don't think we can attack with Azir. The problem is that if he has exactly She... Actually, no, he's not gonna have enough money. Sorry, he's not gonna have enough mana. So the opponent's not gonna have enough mana for She Who Wonders because he just lost both of his ramps. I think opponent doesn't realize that I don't care attacking with Azir. Especially now that the Azir is at 1 HP, I'm always attacking with him. Getting rid of the blocker. Yeah, you can't take that 7. So you take 3, we still have a second Azir in our hand. You don't have enough mana, you only have 2 cards in your hand, you only have 8 mana. We play the second Azir, have Irelia, yeah, and that's it. This is why we did it this way. We always start with Irelia, I think, right? Definitely always start with Irelia. Definitely just start with Irelia. As long as he doesn't get something crazy, we should be okay. Blossoming Blade doesn't sound like a bad start. 2, 7, 9. That's exactly 9 mana, right? I think that's okay. I'm okay with him getting that. I think that's not a big deal, right? He does give him an extra blocker, but he also does give us an extra attacker. Let's start with the Flawless Duet. We could also just do the Doomkeeper instead. The idea here, though, is that now that we have the Irelia swap, right, we'll be able to swap for the win. He can't target anything here. We always hold the swap back. We attack right here with our units. And then keep the Blossoming Blaze for later. Or we could just attack with the Riven Dancer right now too. Could still have... Because what I don't want to do... I don't want to give him the extra blocker, right? We could swap, but I don't think it's necessary just yet. Because now he can block with Trundle. Because if he blocks with Trundle, he loses to the Blaze Surge. So I think now we do this, right? And if he doesn't block here, he's gonna be down to 2 HP. He actually shouldn't have blocked. Yeah, he never should have blocked there. So now we just do this, right? And then we swap this too. And now opponent loses the game because he decided to swap that way. We also could have killed the Trundle if the opponent did anything else like a freeze. If he didn't block, opponent could have stayed at 4 HP. And if he had like She Who Wonders in his hand, he actually could have killed us there. But he must have not had it if he decided to block that way. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against... Ooh, Viktor Lee. Alright. So, this is an excellent hand against this deck, I think. Now, if they get out of the dragon, that's going to be kind of annoying. If they get out of the dragon, that would be very annoying. Wow, yeah, this is a ridiculous hand. I think the dragon is the only thing here that would be like really annoying for them to get. Because we don't really have a great way to deal with it, but we kind of have the nuts, no? This deck wants to be able to play Ballistic Bot or Eye of the Dragon on turn 2. So I don't think they're going to save mana to be able to kill our Green Gate duo. If he plays Eye of the Dragon and spends the Mystic Shot right away, I think I'm okay with that as well. Yeah, there you go, like we talked about. There's the Ballistic Bot. So then we do this. Play a Seer next turn. And just go, kind of just start beating them down. This is going to become a 3-3, meaning that the Ballistic Bot cannot block it. It's going to be a 4. He probably wants to spend a Mystic Shot right here. Yeah, there's the Eye of the Dragon. So if he has the Mystic Shot, that's kind of annoying because he can do Mystic plus Ignition and then start healing. This deck should have a good matchup versus us, especially now that he has both cards, right? Because yeah, there we go. Mystic Shot that we talked about. Now he does the Ignition. And he gets the little eye. The good thing is that we do have Irelia as well, so we should be able to start putting a lot of pressure on the opponent here, even if they get the Eye of the Dragon like this. Cool. Okay, I was afraid that it was gonna be some BS like Challenger. This is pretty good though. I think this is fine. We can just block his right here so that we don't take that much damage. Because this is gonna go back anyways. He didn't get to use 2 spells, so he doesn't get an eye. Unless he has a Pearl Cannon with him right now. Of course they do, because he top decked it. So that gives him the blockers, right? Ah. What if we do this first? And then do the Flawless Duet. And then keep the Riven Dancer or this as a backup. It does give him a chance to summon the Poros as blockers. But if the opponent gets greedy, we can also twin disciplines. This is gonna also level up Irelia. Oh no, we're one off. I guess if we do the Riven Dancer, it will level up the Irelia. But it will level up the Azir, then allows us to do this. I don't need to do this yet. I think we can keep the twin for just a little bit longer. Especially now that the opponent tapped out of like a lot of answers. He could have his own twin though, so that's what we gotta be careful about. Question is, do we kill the Viktor? I don't think we do. I think we just summon the Riven Dancer, right? We just summoned the Riven Dancer because we're presenting a lot of damage here. Now, I'm holding up this twin way too long, but this is going to level up both Azir and Irelia. Ah, maybe not. Well, yeah, he can block this. Because the opponent cannot block this. Because if they do, Irelia just swaps and kills them. So I guess we push the 4 damage here. I guess they could just block with the elusive, because I don't think the elusive matters that much. And there we go. He still gets another... He's going to get another Dragon Link, because he'll be able to do the Ignition. And the Viktor's also going to level up next turn, making everything cost less. Beside the Dragon... Wow, he got the elusive, so that's game then, right? He got the elusive, so now all he needs is ambush. Yeah, that's game. This is gonna become like a 11, and this is gonna be an... Oh man, that's so annoying that he got that. That's probably the worst thing he could have gotten, and we didn't get our Homecoming or our other cards, right? Because now all he needs is an ambush, and he wins the game. Or even twin, right? Actually, he doesn't need either of them. Like, he's just able to win just like this. It had to be elusive, huh? What have I released, man? Maybe we needed to maybe we actually did need to kill that Viktor, huh? Because this is gonna be 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm gonna go down to 1 HP. I guess we have a chance if the opponent literally has nothing else. Overwhelm, elusive, fearsome. And then we lose the game anyways next turn because we won't have enough to attack before he's able to kill us. He's looking for the ambush. He might have gotten it. He could have been twin as well, by the way. Twin also does it. Look, it looks like he had the... It looks like he got the ambush. Yeah, there you go. Unfortunate. The moment that he got elusive, I guess even if he didn't get the elusive on the Viktor, he still pulled the ambush, so he could have just killed it with a realistic bot. I thought we had a pretty good hand as well. But like I said, that deck, because we do nothing against the elusives. So he's just able to build up what he needs and go from there. Well, yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against, let's see, Scouts. I'm not sure. I think this matchup is pretty even. Like, the opponent could easily get like a really good enough hand to just gonna run us down before we can set up. Or vice versa. We could get a really good hand to run them down before they can do anything to us. Right now, it doesn't look like we have a great hand. We always start with the Treasure Seeker instead of the Sparing Student, so that we can attack into this. He's telling us he doesn't have any elites in his hand, so no Suture, no Background Surgeon, right? Now here what we can do is that we can do the elusive. Oh, and then we can do a seer. Ooh. Yeah, we just passed. He should have passed back, to be honest. So if the opponent passed back, it would have been a lot better for them. Because that way they would have been able to just, you know, stop this, right? Now we can just do a seer instead. And the Green Gate is going to be 4. Now, if the opponent has a sharp sight, which they don't, they could still kill us, right? But they don't have a sharp sight. Now, they do have the Broadwind, which means that they can just pull the Green Gate Duo and just kill it. The opponent decides not to block the Sand Soldier, even though it doesn't matter, right? What if the opponent has Rally? I guess that's the only thing I have to be careful about. So if the opponent has the Rally right here, it's not a great rally for them either, though, is it? I don't think it is. Because I think we can just do the Walking Sands. And yeah, they're going to be able to kill this guy. I just started with Lead and Follow last turn. We could also do the Riven Dancer instead. I think that's actually probably better. Yeah, because now we can just do this. This goes out of range of the Broadwind. I guess he can still kill it, but he's going to have to sacrifice his Broadwind to kill it. Right? He cannot block here at all. Because now if he blocks, he cannot attack with Misfortune. I guess he could attack. So he could attack by pulling the Sparing Student. Hit us for 4 with the Misfortune. Wow. Decides to leave the Sparing Student alive. Not sure I agree with that one. Not sure I agree with that one. Because now we'll do this. The Sparing Student is still going to become big. Like really big. A second rally? Are you kidding me? We can do the Lead and Follow. We can just wait. We can wait to do the Lead and Follow once the opponent attacks. Yeah, there we go. It does mean that unfortunately we won't get that elusive, but we still get it this way. The problem now is gonna be the Misfortune is gonna level up for the next turn, right? But the problem for the opponent is that we're also putting a lot of damage. Our Seer is about to level up here. Yep, our Seer is about to level up. He should never block. You should never block with this. You just take this damage. Yeah, there you go. You never block with the Broadwind because you want to be able to block the Broadwind. You want to be able to block a Seer with the Broadwind. Now, because he decided to attack like this, what this allows me to do is attack with the Seer. If he wants to block with the Broadwind to push the damage, that would mean that he's taking this much damage from the student, right? He obviously cannot block with the Misfortune. So at the very least, we push 2 damage right here. Cool. Now, his Misfortune will level up, unfortunately for us. Because she's already at 3 out of 4. And he gets the Fleet for the Tracker. Why didn't you summon the Fleet? I guess doing the Fleet for that doesn't matter. He got greedy. We do this. And now the opponent doesn't win. I guess they could kill the Azir, right? Well, by killing Azir, they're sacrificing their own Jenny. Misfortune gets reset because the opponent got greedy. Doesn't really have any good blockers here. Because he doesn't want to block with the Jenny because it means that he can't kill the Sparing Student. That was such a good top deck, by the way. If he blocks with Jenny, then he can't pull the Sparing Student by himself. I think it's actually worth it to just do the Twin to kill the Jenny, by the way. 100%. We could have also just Twin to kill the Broadwind. But I think here, obviously, he's going to attack with the Jenny. Oh, decides not to. He decides to just get the full... Yeah, okay. Like I said, just get the Scout attack. So gets the Scout attack. We kill the Jenny. Now he could attack with any one of those, and they're still going to die to the Azir. Next time we do the Grainglade Duo, the opponent's going to have a Sharp Sight. Not sure what you attack with. Yeah, you shouldn't attack at all. We have enough to do Treasure Seeker, Walking Sands, and have Knuckle Fight as a backup. Okay, well, he just tapped out a Sharp Side, right? So we just win the game. Opponent just tapped out a Sharp Side, so there has no way to win the game because we just do second Walking Sands and add the Grainglade Duo. He's able to do all the damage that we need. She's going to be up to 7. We're attacking with a full board as well, so he's going to lose his whole board regardless. I guess except for the Island Navigator, which he can block here. And that's game. Opponent could have actually potentially won. I guess they wouldn't have won, right? Because if they open attack with Misfortune, I still don't think it would have been enough to kill us. But he could have at least killed the Azir right off the bat, right? But by getting greedy, he allowed us to do the Defiant Dance and be able to bounce back to Misfortune and prevent the level up. So all that work that the opponent put in on the double rally ended up not working out in the end. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Funny Bones, who's playing Mono Shurima. Obviously, I don't have no idea how this matchup goes, to be honest. So I'm very interested to see how exactly this matchup goes. I don't think Twin Discipline is actually bad. I think Twin Discipline is actually good. Because I feel like I'm gonna need the Twin Disciplines to like save my units against like Rider of Arcane. Which is very possible that we might get hit by that. Because the awkward part here is that if he has the Rock Hopper, I might want to still summon the Azir anyways. I guess instead of Azir, we can do the Gringlade Duo. Yeah, I guess I don't mind the Gringlade Duo. We can also just do the Walking Sands instead. Or like I said, we can do the Azir. No, I like the Walking Sands. I like the Walking Sands because if the opponent has the Devout, he can't have a good blocker here, right? So this is still kind of, he's gonna have to block here, block there. He takes 0 damage, but we're still leveling up Azir. Slowly we're gonna level up our Azir. We're also gonna have the Gringlade Duo. Here we can do double duo if we need to, or we can just do Azir so in case that he has. Alright, I guess we're gonna do double duo. So we're gonna do double duo here and just kill him with the elusives. So now, because we have the elusives, the opponent's gonna have to have a quicksand, right? Otherwise, they're not really gonna be able to do anything. I think I'm willing to take this damage. That's okay. We got block. I guess we got block the Azir, but I don't think it's necessary. This is kind of useless at the moment. Here, this is gonna be what, 8 damage? Oh, that's kind of sad. Still 8 damage though, right? So we go like this. He tapped out of quicksand, so that's gonna take him down to 10. Azir still at 8 out of 13. Our Azir's 8 out of 13 as well. Both Azirs are in the same spot. Maybe Rattle Calling on the Treasure Seeker. Not having any Blossoming Blades are kind of annoying. Okay, we don't need to do this anymore. This is not that close to leveling. But I guess she will level, right? Sooner or later. I think spending 4 to just kill the landmark was not worth it because he had blockers. Right? Opponent had plenty of blockers. Opponent had plenty of blockers for the Sand Soldiers. So I don't know if I agree with that. I think I'm willing to block like this and just get rid of blockers. Like if he's giving me the option to get rid of blockers like this, I think that's okay. We have the lead and follow to go against a Rider of Arcane, as well as the Twin Disciplines. Yeah, I guess we'll do it like this. So now because you tapped out of blockers, now you're not gonna have a blocker for this. Now that Irelia is gonna be almost leveled up, you need to have a second Rider of Arcane, and that means spending another mana. Now Irelia is about to be leveled up. I guess you could have it. Oh, it doesn't have it. So now we can just do the Gringlade Duo instead. Azir levels up, which means that the first Irelia is gonna just be buffed up, right? Let's do the Sparing Student. Let's do the Sparing Student and then do the Flawless Duet. As long as we have the elusives, I mean, he's gonna have to tap out. He's gonna have to tap out of the. So here's my thought. My thought is that I actually attack first and then do the duet second. So instead of doing the Flawless Duet, I was gonna attack first. Because his units have 3 health, he could just block all the Sand Soldiers that I do from the Flawless Duet. But if I attack first, he would have to sacrifice his units, letting that Flawless Duet just get in for damage. So obviously the opponent surrender, but the correct play would have been there to just attack first, get the Irelia leveled up, the elusives are still pushing for 8 damage. He still has to block everything, obviously. And then you do the flawless, duet to finish up the game. But anyways, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Riven Viktor. This is like an aggro deck, so this should do really well versus Azir Irelia. Now we do have the Defiant Dance, which is pretty good. Let's see if we can get. So Defiant Dance is really good because he can hit their Viktor. The problem is that our hand is like really aqua, right? We don't have a Seer. A Seer would be really good here. Because we could potentially just turbo level a Seer with the fact that we had double Dais and the Blossoming Blade. Yeah, I think we just do the Dais here. Do second Dais and then do the Treasure Seeker. We'll have Mystic, I guess, to stop this. If he has the Mystic, he should go for it. If the opponent has the Mystic, they should go for it. Doesn't have it. He can still kill this though, but he's going to be taking a bunch of damage. Decides not to kill the Treasure Seeker for some reason. So it lets us have the blocker. Next time we can do the Field Musicians. And then do the Walking Sands to spend our mana. Or we can do Irelia. Boom. Now this gets punished if the opponent is able to draw like a Challenger here. Okay, Regeneration is actually annoying, right? Because Regeneration means that the opponent can just keep the regenerate. He means that he can keep the Viktor alive for like as long as he wants to. Azir has to be better than Irelia. So if we do Azir and we do the Walking Sands and attack, we'll have enough mana to bounce back that Viktor. Right? Because this is going to refill our mana. Problem is that we cannot attack. I think we attack with her anyways. So I think I'm okay attacking with the Treasure Seeker to start leveling up the Irelia. Even though technically, you know, we're losing value by doing this. I think that's fine. And here we just recall the Viktor, which is going to reset the Viktor, putting the opponent slightly behind. This is also going to level up the Azir, which means that then our Blossoming Blade is going to present a lot of damage. Because the Viktor with... Wow. He even lets us get it before he does the head score upgrade. So now Azir is leveled up, right? And now next we can do the Blossoming Blade. Get a draw, refill our mana. We actually should play, to be mana efficient, we should play the Treasure Seeker right here, to be honest. So by playing the Treasure Seeker right here, it means that we become a little bit more mana efficient, because the way that the Musicians works is that it actually refills my whole spell mana. So saving one spell mana doesn't really do anything right here. Oh, he's gonna go for the elusive. He's gonna go for the elusives, right? But again, the Blossoming Blade is gonna present a lot of issues for him. He's gonna need to have exactly ambush. If the opponent doesn't have the ambush and if we join into like another Defiant Dance, then he's gonna lose. This also forces him to block, right? He can't just keep his Neander alive. Which means that he's not gonna have... I guess he doesn't have to block with the Neandroid. So if he does have the if he does have the ambush and then gets the burn, he could actually win. He could summon both Daring Poros, do the head score and also do the ignition. And if he has exactly ambush, he can actually kill us. Because head score, the Daring Poros will take him to 6. The Poros themselves are 2 each, so that's 8. And this is going to be another 6 right here, plus the ambush is going to be 8, so that's going to be 16. He has exact mana to do it too. This is the scariest ambush ever, man. Otherwise, we go down to... And he has it. Imagine if we drew Homecoming, man, with a Defiant Dance. Ah, that's what I was talking about, though. It's almost impossible to stop this deck, right? If they get the ambush like that. I give it props, though. This is why Azir Irelia can be a little bit awkward in the current meta, just because of ambush just being able to kill us like that. GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Feel the Rush. Unfortunately for opponent, I think we should be able to do very well versus him. We even get the Dais. I don't believe... I don't like the rest of the cards though. I think the Dais is good. Sparing Student is good, but he's just gonna get countered by a Battle Feast, isn't he? That's the awkward part with doing the Student right here. The Student is really awkward. Because I want to be able to do Sparing Student into Dais. But I think that's really awkward. I think we just go Dais, Dais, Dais. Call it a day. Oh, this is the ramp version of the deck. So this deck is going to try to ramp to She Who Wonders. It's kind of annoying. Yep. They're going to just try to ramp and ramp to She Who Wonders. I don't think we can summon the second Dais because I don't want the Sparing Student to die. I think we just go ahead and do the Riven Dancer, or we can just do this now, right? We do the Azir. That's 3 Sand Soldiers. Yeah, I guess that's a little bit annoying because this is gonna... This doesn't die, right? Because he goes to 5. And he doesn't have any mana to kill this, but he can just block it. So all he's taking here is 4 damage. Now we do have Defiant Dance, so we could technically do Emperor Dais into Defiant Dance. This is potentially gonna die here if your opponent has like an Avalanche or anything like that. Battle Feast? Okay. I think I'm okay with that. I hate the idea of giving him 2 pillars next turn. Like, I really, really hate that idea of giving the opponent 2 pillars next turn. Fear being leveled up is pretty good though. I think we have to keep the Defiant Dance for later. What we have to do, I think, is just open attack, and that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers, right? He shouldn't block like this. Yeah, you cannot lose your ramp. I was gonna say, losing your ramp is probably the worst thing that you can do. Now we do have the Blossoming Blade as well, which is pretty good. Because again, what we can do here is just open before he's able to do something like rally. This is gonna give us just enough. Unless the opponent has the Whale. Could also have the Vengeance, I guess. But if he does the Whale right here, he's not doing Ice Pillar. Oh, the bots. So then we do the same thing here. We just kill them with... We have exactly 9 mana for the Defiant Dance plus the Blossoming Blade. Let's start with this. No, let's start with this. That gets rid of the blocker. He's gonna have to have another spell to get rid of this. And then we do the Blossoming Blade and win, and potentially win the game. He's gonna kill the Azir. But if he does the Vengeance, he's losing into the Blossoming Blade because of how many Sand Soldiers, right? Yeah, if that was like a Vengeance, he could have done that. He needs to have like a Whale here, or another bots. And even that's not gonna be enough. Not enough. And there we go. This is why this deck does so well versus Shadow Owls. Because we're able to just do all this nonsense like this. And boom. That's why the open attack was so important. Obviously, we kind of high roll here, right? Triple Dais and Azir. That's as high roll as he gets. But we still have to kind of play it in such a way that we just don't get blown out by all the stuff that the opponent could have. So yeah, GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games with Azir Irelia. I know it's one of the decks that people love to hate on the most. Really fun deck. In terms of mulligans, really, you always keeping your sparing student. I like obviously keeping Darius. So sparing student, Darius, Azir are automatic keeps because these are like, especially Darius and Azir, like your engines that make the rest of the deck work. And sparing student is just a big threat that the opponent has to deal with. Sometimes if I'm going against aggro, I will keep the Treasure Seeker just so that we have an early blocker. Or if I have Treasure Seeker and Darius, I will keep it as well just so I have like an early attack. Brinkley Do is also really good if you know the opponents have a really great way to deal with elusives. So usually I will kick out all the Riven Dances and the Blossoming Blades and just wait to draw them later. Same thing with Irelia and the Defiant Dance. But anyways, that's what I would suggest in terms of mulligan. Again, if you like the content, please make sure to subscribe below. We post LOR videos every single day, and we really appreciate all the support that we can get. If you like what you see, you can also catch us on Twitch. At Twitch.tv, we stream 3 to 4 times a week. And you can also catch us on Twitter and Discord. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support. I'll see you all again tomorrow.